Welcome to the Wake.Show. As everybody knows, the show needs an intro. This is that intro. I am Fisher in the foreground, Sam in the back. It is her last day here, and that makes me really sad. Oh, I think it was the same rhyme I used yesterday. Also welcome in our sponsor for the first 15 minutes, Single Source Insurance. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Ronnie Lou, my wife Lauren, are first two people on board. Make sure you like and share. You know what I noticed about that finger snap, Sam?
What?
The tempo. It was a lot quicker than you're usually. Look at you all fancy today.
I know. I'm going to dinner after this with my parents.
Oh, you're dressed to impress today. I didn't know if it was just your last day, and I didn't know if you were going to be here in a hat and jeans. But just the opposite. Where are you guys going to dinner tonight?
We're going to a hibachi place. So
sushi.
Lots of sushi and Japanese food in my future.
Oh, good for you.
Very excited.
Well, welcome this Friday. Thank you so much for an amazing week. Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. I have some trivia questions.
Yes.
No audio. What do you mean no audio? No audio. Robert, check. Oh, you don't have audio either? Oh, okay. Robert. Well, I guess he can't hear me.
Oh, my God.
Hold on. Let me type it in. Robert, turn on your speakers. There we go. We'll see if that helps. Everybody else, can you hear us just fine? Check. Test 1 2 1 2. Rick, good morning. Welcome to the Wake.Show. Chris McCarty, let me see if I got a text back from him. Did he text you last night, Sam?
Mm-mm.
So he finished that song that he's working on with Chase Rice.
Okay.
They're in Nashville right now. Let me pull that up real quickly. He goes, the song is done. This was last night, or actually this was, last night at 10 o'clock. The song is done. It's a hit, according to him. All right, so Lauren says she's got audio there. Schools, this is what he texted me this morning. Schools are getting rid of analog clocks because kids can't tell what time it is. Are you effing kidding me? Effing shit, man. So I was like, all right, buddy, well, you need to, let's Skype you in today. You obviously have to get something off your chest. Are you Skyping in today? ? So we'll see, or Facebook Messenger. Also with May the 4th, I've got some trivia for you. Like I was saying,
Yeah, I want to do that.
And because even though you're 21 years old, you are a Star Wars fan, right?
Yeah, I like Star Wars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning, Rick. Good to see you. Obviously that's my generation. I think I was 5 years old when Star Wars came out. Yeah, but the new
ones came out when I was old enough.
And it's one of those things that have permeated pop culture, you know? Hold on,
for
Chris.
Sure.
Board. Oh, he's getting on the plane right now, son of a...
Yeah, he's boarding. I forgot about that.
Have a great flight, period. We will see you on Monday, period. Love you, man, period.
We as in you.
Oh!
Dun, dun, dun.
We as in me, because Sam will not be here. Frowny face. I love how it types out frowny face for you. Gives you the frowny face. Good morning, Robert. Welcome. Likes and shares are appreciated. Likes and shares are appreciated. Our guest today was going to be Ray Cordero, but he canceled on me in the last second. That's SOB. I'll show him. But I will be starting trivia out there on May the... I can't remember now. It's 2 Tuesdays from now. And I want to make sure that I hit that a couple of times. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Michael Bell. We got On This Day to get to before we move on with anything else. Well, before we move on with anything else, I just feel off today. I don't know what it is. I know it's been a long week, but all my weeks are long. And I felt like driving in today, I was thinking back at last night going, did I? Because I've had the sniffles, the last couple of days. Like, did I have, take some NyQuil before I went to bed last night? Because that's, that foggy feeling you have the next day. Yeah. That's kind of where I am today. But I don't think I did unless I did it. I don't know what it is. Or maybe it's just, maybe I'm just old. Maybe that's exactly what it is.
Well, On This Day will make you feel young.
Yeah. Yeah, never. That's definitely not what On This Day does. On this day in history, we do every single day at the beginning of the show to put things in perspective, because we know that the news of the day can get you riled. Start thinking that we're at the, it's all coming to an end. But just remember, more than likely, it'll just be
just be on this day.
What?
I said it'll just be on this day.
Just be on this day.
Yeah.
How are you feeling today? Because if this your last day, is your brain in a million different places? Are you just tying up, loose ends?
Just tying up some loose ends. Yeah.
All right. So you don't have a lot of work to do today.
I've finished most of the things that I'm going to be passing on to the new woman that's taking my position.
Who is this person? Do I know her?
Her name's Jennifer.
Is she
you don't
nice?
know her. She is very nice.
Is she
I've
nice?
spoken to her.
All right. So I can like her right off the bat.
You
She
will.
doesn't have to earn
She
my...
was very nice.
Okay.
Yes. She doesn't have to earn your trust.
All right. So on this day in history comes from history.com and puts things in perspective because as the news gets you down, you realize that this will be a footnote on this day in history. And at the top, I don't even know what the hell this is. 1994, Rabin and Arafat signed accord for Palestinian self-rule. Also, this is a great way to show me just how ignorant I am about history.
The Kent State riots happened.
All right. Kurt Schreiner says, good luck, Sam. We'll miss you.
Oh, thanks, Kurt.
Rhode Island declares independence on this day in 1776. Bruce Springsteen releases Pink Cadillac on this day in 1984. Tito dies on this day in 1980. I'm assuming they mean Tito Jackson.
Yeah, it was like very big.
But it was really cool because years later, Great Vodka would be named after him.
Yep.
Riot breaks out in Haymarket Square in 1886. An inhumane execution. Okay, they've piqued my interest. It's time to click on something.
Is there ever a humane execution? When I thought of execution, I for some reason went right to the guillotine thing in my head, even though it's not what this is. That's why I was thinking that.
Probably not if it's 1990.
Probably not, which is why I was like, that's so weird.
Here we go. Oh, this is going to be something horrendous where it was like somebody's being electrocuted or...
I've heard about this story.
And then is this what it is?
Yeah, it's the Florida electrocution.
Oh,
one.
This is the one.
Yeah.
This is the one. Jesse Tafaro is executed in Florida after his electric chair malfunctions 3 times, causing flames to leap from his head. Tafaro's death sparked a new debate on humane methods of execution. Several states ceased use of the electric chair and adopted lethal injection as their means of capital. Now, if I remember correctly, this didn't immediately lead to changes here in the state of Florida. I don't think we got rid of the electric chair until the 2000s. And I probably shouldn't say that stuff out loud unless I'm sure of it. But yeah, I think that's so that didn't lead to the end of that. I don't think anymore. I think it was the late 90s or early 2000s when we finally got rid of the electric chair. Old Sparky. So let me ask you something, Sam, because some people, when it comes to this kind of stuff, they say they don't care. If this guy suffered at the end, if we went through what he did, I'm sure we would have all winced and go, okay, well, I don't feel too sorry for the guy, right?
Yeah.
But how do you look at it? How do you look at it? Do you go, screw them? I don't care. Screw them. If it hurts a little at the end, if they're sitting there in agony for 12 minutes before they finally go, well, they made their choices. Or do you feel like we humans need to rise above that a hair?
I mean, I think that the method should definitely not do something like that where it's like broken. Because even it says another instance from someone in Florida who the electric chair malfunctioned on. Down at the bottom was sitting for 19 minutes or something. Yeah. That type of stuff's kind of like, that's just human error. So just make sure it works properly because that's kind of horrific.
Did you guys read that? So this guy's botched execution was far from an anomaly. In Alabama, Horace F. Duncan's execution was prolonged to 19 minutes while sitting in a broken electric chair. In July of 1998, a Florida inmate, Alan Lee Tiny Davis, who weighed 344 pounds, screamed in pain during his electrocution while blood poured down his shirt. Authorities later claimed that the blood was a result of a bloody nose. Sure.
Yeah.
Would he punch himself in the nose right the last second?
Yeah.
See, the way that I see stuff like this, because the way I see this is that I think for law's sake, for justice sake, we try to be better, a little bit better than the crazy or the emotions or the animal that we're getting ready to put down. So I want it to be as humane as possible. That being said, because I know you can easily start yelling at your computer, wait till this happens to you and see how you feel. You're exactly right. If somebody were to do something so heinous to the people around me, you're right, I would not care. Because I would no longer be that elevated human, that elevated human that I want to be. I would come down to that level and go, F them. They can sit there and bleed and burn, and it can take 19 minutes, 90 minutes, 90. I don't care. They can, so I do get that we want revenge in that moment. All right, I'm with you. But I think moving forward as a society, I think we should always try to be a little bit better than than the things that tend to get some of us, send some of us down a wrong path. All right. On this day, according to Rick, 1932 in Atlanta, mobster Al Capone begins serving an 11-year prison sentence for tax evasion, which is interesting. Which is an interesting story because, as the government went after Al Capone, as they do so many people, they can't get him on the things they want to get him on, the racketeering and the moving of booze or drugs or whatever it is. So they find things like this, tax evasion, get them. Which, of course, we can then bring into the politics of the day, but we're not going to. It's Friday. It's Sam's last day. And I want to get to, because we're going to play... I
want to do Star Wars trivia.
Yeah, Star Wars trivia coming up. So you guys get settled in. I've got 10 questions for you.
I'm ready.
All right, coming up. And I would say they're in the category of, I think you'll be happy. They're solid Star Wars questions without being too easy, although maybe one or two might be a little bit more on the easy side. And not too hard, where like you have to have memorized the books. You know what I'm saying?
I've watched all the movies multiple times, but like I definitely am not memorized them.
All right. I think you'll do well, Sam. 21. I wish we had somebody in, we had an old, a 40-something-year-old to have you go up against. I wish Cords was in here. Somebody who grew up with the movies and see who would do better. All right. Next up.
Audrey Hepburn is born.
On what? When?
1929.
This day in 1929. So that's the year of the Depression, right? That's the year people started jumping out of buildings with the market crash, 1929.
Yeah, it started to transition from the 20s into the 30s.
Are you laughing at me, laughing at my ignorance?
No, I'm laughing at the fact that that's like tragic. You're right.
Danielle says, good morning, Chris and all. May the 4th be with you. LOL. Happy Friday. Aw, Sam, we will miss you.
Thanks, Danielle. I like the way you spell your name. It's cool.
Yeah, when she first was popping up there, I'm like, I know that name. It's Danielle, not Danielle. Although that'd be a great way to
cool.
Okay, 4 students killed at Kent State on this day in 1970.
I want to do Star Wars.
All right, all right. Do you have a final quote, or should I just go ahead and throw up your?
I'll give you a quote that I really like. I was actually thinking about this last night because there's a quote that I just like that I found like a while ago. You know the play Hamilton, the guy who wrote Hamilton,
right.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yep.
I like him a lot, but he's very like prolific about his quotes. Let me try to think. Let me pull it up so I don't like botch it.
You don't want to paraphrase it and ruin it.
Yeah, hang on. It's really short. Okay, it's tomorrow is not promised, but we'll make plans anyway. I like that.
I like that too. And Sam's last quote.
My last quote should be the other quote.
Quote of the day. I will make sure, because we've been ending the show with this.
That's a perfect quote of the day.
Do your best today, Anonymous. I don't know why that makes me laugh.
It's the unicorn.
All right, Sam.
Oh, all right. I'm not gonna look. I didn't look. I promise. All right,
don't look behind you. And you can't look over my shoulder.
I won't.
You can't look over my shoulder.
I can't see that far. Are you kidding me?
Are you guys ready for your Star Wars trivia? I have 10 questions here. You guys try to chime in as fast as you can. See if you can.
Okay, go ahead.
Here we go. I'm gonna try to keep these tiny too.
Okay.
Just in case.
There's
no reflection coming off your screen, is there?
No, I promise I can't see. I'll click off the stream actually. All right, go ahead. There
we go. What were the last words spoken in The Empire Strikes Back?
Are you joking? What?
What?
I don't know.
If you were to take one guess, one educated stab at it.
The Empire Struck Back. Is that what it is? I don't know.
Use a little deduction.
That's my least favorite movie out of the 6 original ones, actually, is The Empire Strikes Back.
Well, then I know you didn't grow up in my generation, because my generation...
The third one's my favorite, Return of the Jedi.
Anybody who, has any sense whatsoever would have Empire Strikes Back as their favorite one. Yeah.
Is it the really famous quote? The I am your father quote? That's not it. Yeah, so I don't know.
Even more famous. As a matter of fact, so famous that people say this once a year, all day long.
Oh, is it May the Force be with you? Really?
Yep. That's why it was question number 1 last night.
Oh, okay. I honestly didn't know that.
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
These are the questions that I used at Masteries last night.
I was like, I thought that was a cheap shot. I was like, you're really giving me dialogue right now.
Well, don't.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Wait till we get to the bonus round.
Great.
You're going to be matching up.
And I really like Star Wars, so you're going to make me look embarrassed.
Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Nobody else got it. They had some time to chime in. Oh, wait. Hold on. Rob did.
Okay, thanks, Rob.
Rob got it before you.
I like the new movies.
Yeah.
2 and 3 are my favorites. 3 is definitely my favorite. And The Last Jedi was really good, actually.
This last one I really
The last one, yeah, that came out was good.
It's a great little escape. Or is it? Or is that really what the universe looks like? All right, so so these are all coming from Masteries last night. I do trivia there every Thursday. So Matt, the owner, said, "Hey man, what do you think about doing Star Wars?" Like, done and done. So this was the fourth question of every round was a "May the Fourth be with you" question.
All right, go ahead.
All right, next round was, who is Luke and Leia's mom?
Padme.
Padme.
Yeah.
What's her last name?
It starts with an A. It's like blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Bin Laden is wrong.
It's not Bin Laden. I know that.
Amidala.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Good job. All right. So you're 1 for 2.
Yeah. Sure.
Next up, Yoda said he didn't want to train Luke Skywalker because Luke Skywalker lacked what?
Patience. Ooh,
well done.
Got it.
Only one team last night got that right. Everybody got it wrong. Yeah, everybody got it wrong. Well done on that one. Ding, ding. I would need a bell. Should have a bell.
Yeah.
All right. She's gotten 2 out of 3 right. Next up.
I know that quote.
Which is the only film of the original 6 in which the desert planet Tatooine does not appear? The original 6. The only think. All right. Well, use some deduction. You don't have to remember. Just think back at what these, and you might be able to you might be able to get it.
I either want to say the 4th or the 1st, but I don't know.
All right, 4th being New Hope.
Yeah, like the 1st being like the first episode, not like the first movie.
Right. Empire Strikes Back is the answer.
Oh, really?
Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, I don't know.
That's okay. You're doing good. We've got 10 of these questions. You got 2 right so far. Don't get upset. Also, you can always blame you're 21. I almost said a kid, and that would have been very disrespectful. So I'm glad that I didn't, but then I did. So it ended up being very disrespectful anyway.
I've seen that movie. It's all right.
All right. What's the name of the green skin? You know what? To be honest with you, want to be honest with you, Sam?
Did you say green skinned?
Hold on. Yes, my favorite of the Star Wars movies has always been Return of the Jedi. But
Return of the Jedi is a good one.
Which is, I thought that's the one you said.
No, Empire Strikes Back's the one that I don't like.
All right. So I always loved Return of the Jedi. But over the years, I've had to change my opinion because when you really talk to Star Wars geeks, that just that sends them through, because Empire, then they explain to you why Empire Strikes Back is the best of all the movies.
Okay.
So I've been pressured.
That's my least favorite one, so whatever.
So I've been pressured into saying that Empire Strikes Back is my favorite, and I do, once they've explained to me why it is, I get it. It's also one that's a little bit darker and but for whatever reason, it was Return of the Jedi is the one that maybe had something to do with Princess
Revenge
Leia.
of the Sith is the one that I like. It's the 3rd one.
What was the first one they came out with? Oh, that was Phantom Menace. Okay, and is that when we got introduced to Jar Jar Binks?
Yeah.
Can you watch a version of that? I think I've heard this before. Can you watch I think you can watch a version of that where they've edited out all the Jar Jar Binks.
Can you really?
I think that I read that once. I'm not sure.
That makes it better.
I almost want to go back and see if I can.
You probably can.
Because
he adds nothing.
Well, and he takes away, in my opinion. He took away from the movie. It was too much of a distraction. And I wonder if I could go back and watch it now and kind of put that in my head and not get so focused on Jar Jar Binks.
Man, I want to watch that version. There's one where they play it backwards and it sounds like he's like speaking in tongues or some weird satanic ritual. I've watched that version.
I think that Michael Jackson even tried out for the part, or they offered him the part or something like that.
Really?
I think. Huh. I think. All right, up next. What is the name of the green-skinned bounty hunter Han Solo kills in the cantina? I used to have this action figure, so that's the only reason I know.
In the second movie, the guy's name is, I think his name is like Bob. Not Bob. It's like Boba Fett is like the second guy, but I think it's his dad, right? Or something like that. He's related to him, but I don't know his name. I don't know.
You're confusing a couple things, but we're going to come back.
He's a bounty hunter. That guy is. That other dude.
Right.
I don't know.
Chris McCarty says, on the plane. Got you, dude.
Thanks, Chris.
Hi, Chris. Make sure you have everybody on the plane turn on their phones and start watching.
Yeah. Yoda's green.
He's trying to give you hints. Third movie. I don't know what he's saying. All right. So anyway, Greedo.
Han Solo was not in the third movie. Greedo. Who the heck is that?
That was when they go into the cantina. Greedo is there he says something to Han, or he comes up to the table and Han kills him.
I mean, like, I know what you're talking about. I'm obviously way more well versed in like the newest movies, so I apologize.
Don't apologize. You don't have to apologize for anything, Sam.
I know that the guy that I said is a character, though, so something that that's a bounty hunter too in the movies.
So how many of these you got? I should be keeping score. 2, right?
I think 2, yeah.
All right.
2 out of 5, maybe, I think.
Next, this is a double points.
Great.
Double points. Which is the only film in the series to be nominated for Best Picture? The only film to be nominated. It did not win.
A New Hope?
A New Hope is right. There you go. So good job. And for an extra point, do you know what movie beat it that year at the Oscars?
What year was that? That was like 1974, right? New Hope came out?
77, I think. 77 or something.
Yeah, something like that. I'm trying to think of what could be popular then. That's hard for, like, I don't know. For some reason, I was like, oh, it's Titanic. But Titanic came out like 20 years after that. So I don't know.
By the way, Chris says, Sam, you look great today.
Thank you, Chris.
All right. Annie Hall is the answer.
I think I knew that, but I wouldn't have been able to tell you that. But once you said it, I think I did know that. And
Chris is saying 1976.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think that anybody got the bonus. Yeah, I know.
I think I knew that for some reason, but I don't know why.
Yeah, once I saw it, it sounded familiar, just probably because I saw it.
I think
it
was on
before.
and on this day. Like, I'm pretty sure Annie Hall was on this day. Like from a couple weeks ago when we were talking about it.
I think you're right.
And it was like, it beat out Star Wars.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That's funny.
All right, next question, Sam. Well, so you got a point there for the first half of that. So good job.
Sick.
That's 3 points.
Nice.
All right. What does Han Solo claim the Millennium Falcon can do in less than 12 parsecs? What does Han Solo claim the Millennium Falcon can do in less?
These are all old questions, like old movie questions. I want some
I'm
of the
pretty
new movie ones.
I'm pretty offended, I think, right now.
No, not like, I'm talking about older as in like the first 3 movies.
Yeah, because that's the one that everybody knows. And not only that, but you know, trivia at Masteries on a Thursday night. There's not a lot of 21-year-olds playing.
Yeah, but those people
ages,
still saw the other ones. It doesn't mean that like you have to be young or old to watch them.
Right, but we can only remember the ones from our childhood. You don't remember
stuff. I guess that's fair. All right. I have no idea.
All right, the Kessel Run.
Okay, I wouldn't have known that.
The Kessel Run in 12 parsecs. And then later on, because parsecs is an actual thing, but it's not a unit of time. Mm-hmm. Parsec is a length, measurement of distance.
Yeah.
But then I guess somewhere in the Star Wars universe, like in the books or whatever, they explained that it was a race between 2 black holes. And so really, I don't know, because this is what
Sure.
Right. This is me trying to explain it secondhand because I didn't read this, but I guess it was like it was 12 parsecs. Like they did it because you're stretching the distance, not the time or something, whatever. And I was like, all right, settle down, Star Wars.
All right. You're like, all right, nerds.
You're getting out there. This next question, I was a little surprised that I did not know. I
probably won't know it
didn't
then.
Didn't even recognize it when I saw the answer.
Yeah.
What planet do Wookiees come from?
I don't know.
What planets do Wookiees come from? I have no idea.
The Wookiee planet?
Kashyyyk. It's
Kashyyyk.
Yeah, Kashyyyk.
Yeah, the 3 Ys. I would have totally gotten that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I know what Tatooine is, and I think that's about it.
Tatooine.
That's where I think that's where Luke and Leia were born.
That's where Luke was. I think that's where Luke.
Oh, that's where. Yeah, they were both
dropped off.
Dropped off there. Yeah.
To live with his uncle, which is a great segue into our next question.
If you ask what's his uncle name, I don't know. Is that the question?
Okay. Well, that's not going to be the next question then.
Was that what it was?
No.
Oh.
Luke's Uncle Owen.
Oh, all right. His name's Owen.
Luke's Uncle Owen was a farmer.
Cool.
What did he farm? Doom, 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 doom.
Beets.
Oh, I thought you meant like beets, like the beets I was just laying down.
Beets,
He
like
was
Dwight from The Office.
a
Farms
beet
beets.
farm. That's awesome.
Or lightsabers.
He was a moisture
What?
farmer. A moisture farmer. There wasn't a lot of
Oh my
water, I guess, in
God.
Tatooine, so he was a moisture farmer. Moisture is one of those words.
Would have never guessed.
3 Ys. That's right. Let's see next.
This is going great.
What?
Roxy, you hungry?
Don't you do that to, unless you have food for. Don't you do that to her?
She was in the bag. That's why I asked.
Oh. Well, she's a bomb sniffing dog. So if there's a bag around, she
I love her.
She gets into it. Make sure there's no grenades.
Thank God.
All right, next up. This goes back to something you had brought up earlier. The stormtroopers were all initially clones.
Yeah.
And they were all cloned from one person. Who was that?
Was it the dude? That guy that I talked about earlier?
Yes.
What's his name? Boba Fett?
His dad.
What's his name? Django. His name's Django.
Well done. Great job.
Oh, yeah.
Great job, Jango Fett.
I played Lego Star Wars on the GameCube.
See, there you go. All right. So one for the younger generation there. All right. So now you're going to hate this next one then.
Great.
Because this is the bonus round.
Great. How many did I get? I think 3 or 4, right?
So out of 10, you got 3.
No, I got 4 because I got the bonus, or the 2-part question, right?
Nope.
I got Padme, I got Patience, I got Jango Fett, and I got the what you
didn't get the 2-parter. You didn't get.
I got the New Hope.
Right, but you didn't get that.
Oh, you have to answer
that
both.
Lost. Right.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So you got 3 right.
I got 3.5.
What? No, you got 3. Hold on a second, because I want to make sure. You got number 2 right. You got Patience right. You got the
New Hope.
The New Hope one.
And I got the one that we just talked about.
All right, 4. Well done.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Here's your bonus round now.
Okay.
You're going to match the opening line.
Great.
You're going to match the opening line of a Star Wars film to one of the films. Now, I'll tell you, if you want to go ahead, I'll tell you what your films are going to be. It's the number 4, 5, and 6. New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi.
Great.
And then Attack of the Clones. Johnny B,
Okay.
hey buddy. All right.
None of the. Okay, great.
You've got this. You've got this, Sam.
Okay.
You're going to match the opening line to the Star Wars film.
Are you going to read it to me and then I tell you which one is which?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and read all 4 so you can start trying to figure out which one might match to each one, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Here are your 4 lines. Command station. This is ST-321. Code clearance blue.
That could be any of them. They all start in ships.
Senator, we're making our final approach into Coruscant. Or is that Coruscant? Coruscant.
That's the second one, I think. I don't know.
Echo 3 to Echo 7. Han, old buddy, do you read me?
That's not the second one. He's not in those.
Did you hear that? They shut down the main reactor.
The Han one is definitely not Attack of the Clones because he's not in those ones. So
Okay.
I narrowed it down.
All right, so you want to try to figure out which one's Attack of the Clones first.
Sure.
And then go from there?
Yeah, I think it's the second one that you read.
Well done. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
So you nailed the Attack of the Clones one. That's the second one. Senator,
I told you I'm good at those movies.
Senator, we're making our final approach into Coruscant.
Yeah.
Now, here we go. Here's the other 3.
Okay.
Command station. This is ST-321. Code clearance blue.
Okay.
Echo 3 to Echo 7. Han, old buddy, do you read me? And did you hear that? They shut down the main reactor.
4, 5, and 6. I don't know. In that order.
4, 5, and 6 in that order. No.
All right.
All right. So the first one, command station. This is ST-321. Code blah, blah, blah. Return of the Jedi.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I don't know.
I want to say, I probably shouldn't do this. I want to say that movie opens up with them going down onto the whatever the planet is with the Ewoks. And that's what he's looking for clearance to get there, I think.
Sure.
I probably should have kept that to myself.
Yeah.
All right, so the Echo 3 to Echo 7, Han, old buddy.
Is that
Do you read?
Fifth one?
Yep, Empire Strikes Back. And then lastly,
I told you, I said 5 for that one.
Okay, well then you got that right.
Cool.
And then lastly, did you hear that they shut down the main reactor?
So that's 4.
Yep, A New Hope.
Okay, so just mix those 2 up. All right, I got 2 out of 4.
Hey, for somebody who's 21 years old, it's not. I think that's respectable. Well done, and may the 4th be with everybody.
Thank you, and also with you.
You Catholic?
Were
you raised Catholic?
Was raised Catholic, which is why I just thought about that.
How are you doing with that these days?
Poor.
Before you head to Orlando, before she's heading to Orlando, she is heading to Columbia.
Yes, I am. I'm so excited.
What are you guys going to be doing in Columbia?
Ooh, we're going to be doing so much. There's a giant, like, sacred rock or something that you have to climb 700 steps to get to the top of. But once you're at the top, you could see the whole city. So we're going to do that.
Wow.
And then
nice.
a lot of like hiking stuff. We're going to go to these waterfalls and probably do quite a bit of alcoholic drinking on different tours, different beer tours and stuff. And yeah, just hang out for a couple of days. I'm really excited.
And now neither he's not from Colombia, right?
Nope, but he speaks fluent Spanish.
Okay.
He studied Spanish at USF.
That's awesome. Endor, by the way, Chris.
Yeah, I saw that.
Endor.
Endor.
Chris says on this day 20 years ago he went to prom.
I'm surprised that didn't make it on this day list.
What happened at prom, Chris? Was it how did prom end for you? I was going to ask the same thing. Did you go to prom?
Did I go to prom? Yeah.
Was it 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
4 years ago.
I was like, what? No. It's probably like 5 years ago now.
Were you dating your boyfriend? Were you guys dating in high school or right out of high school? No,
I met him at USF.
Okay.
He lives on the Space Coast and I lived on like this side of the coast.
Oh, you guys started out long distance.
No, we met at USF. That was like a while ago. Like in high school, he went to high school there.
Okay.
Yeah. I met him at college.
On this day 20 years ago, I went to prom. I don't remember. I don't remember anything about my prom. That's because I'm old. I've got some more questions for you that might be a little bit more recent, so you feel better about yourself, Sam.
Go for it.
All right. Hold on a second here. What color is Yoda's lightsaber in Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith?
Blue? No. Blue. Is it? Blue or green?
Green.
Oh, I thought that was too easy because I was like, oh, they wouldn't make it green because he's green, but I guess they did.
All right. Who was the Senator Palpatine precede as Chancellor of the Galactic Senate? Who was the Senator Palpatine?
I don't know. I know that Palpatine became like a bunch of stuff. I don't know who came before him.
Well, that was Chancellor Valorum.
He didn't do anything.
Oh, you know who that person is? I don't even know that person is.
He didn't do anything. That's what I'm saying. He didn't do anything. Palpatine's the one that like turned into Emperor Sidious and like all that crazy stuff.
What Jedi Master spent 800 years training such pupils as Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Count Dooku, and Luke Skywalker?
Oh, I know this. What's his name? He looks like Jesus. What is his name? Oh my gosh. I really do know this, and it makes me sad that I can't remember his name. What is it?
Isn't it Yoda?
It's not Yoda. It's Obi-Wan's master.
Right. That was Yoda.
No, it was the guy who... Hang on. Obi-Wan master. What is his name? Qui-Gon Jinn.
Well, the what Jedi Master spent 800 years training such pupils as Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Count Dooku, and Luke Skywalker. This says Yoda.
Okay, well, just so you know, Obi-Wan Kenobi was also trained by this dude in the first movie. And he looks like Jesus, which is why I thought about that.
All right. Jedi Council consists of how many members?
36.
12.
All right.
Disciples.
Okay. Yeah, look, even Matthew says Qui-Gon. It's Qui-Gon Jinn. That's
really?
The dude's name.
All right. Hold on. Oh, What? Sending the song Don't Share with Anyone. No one. Okay. All right. Well, that's...
Maybe don't read it on air then or play it.
Yeah, you're right. Well, it's from Chris McCarty. That's why I ended up doing that.
I want to hear it after we get off air.
Yeah.
Is that the MP3 or is that just the lyrics?
No, this is the MP4. Yeah.
Oh, sick. All right. Well, anyway.
All right. Yeah. So Chris McCarty was in Nashville because he's writing some songs or a song. I guess they went to work on one particular song.
Yes.
And so they got it done. He texted me late last night. He got it done, and he feels really good about it. So I'm excited to hear it after the show. Holy crap! What if we listen to it, Sam?
Okay.
and we don't like it. What if we listen to it and be like, oh, well, that's his.
Well, luckily, no one will know because we're not filming it.
Well, what are you? What am I going to tell Chris?
I don't know. That's a problem for you. I won't be here.
Good one, Sam. Good one. All right, enough trivia stuff. All right, so we said this was going to be an easier show today.
Yeah, I'm hungry, so
I know.
Starving.
My dumbass. I was betting that those sandwiches from earlier in the week would still be here.
Yeah, I think that was our fault. I think we ended up leaving them out too long on the day of the 100th episode, and it had like mayo and pesto on it. So when we finally put them away, that day, like later in the day, we ate them again yesterday, and I don't think they aged very well. It didn't make me feel very good.
So I didn't have any breakfast today. I was expecting those sandwiches still to be here, and I thought there might be a chance that you guys would throw them away, but I figured you're like, oh, everybody here would be like, oh, fish will eat them.
We have the bagels, though.
That big fat redneck, he'll eat anything. Just
got the bagels.
Yeah, all right. So I also asked you, and I don't know if you put any thought into this or not, to put on before you leave the show, to put on a consultant's hat.
Yeah.
And
I left mine in the car.
Okay. So you don't want to do any consulting
No, I'm just kidding. I'll tell you.
All right. So as you're leaving, you've been on the show for 4 months.
Yes.
I believe it was 4 months. And you always had aspirations of being in radio. You come from marketing, right?
Correct.
And in school. So what are your thoughts about this show moving forward?
I think that the 100th episode was a really great indicator of where we could take it.
Okay.
As far as scale and scope. But I think that we still have a long way to go. But we do have good connections here at Bake More Pies, and Cords is a saint with some of the stuff that he can do for other people in the digital marketing realm. So I think it's going to be fine. It's going to be in good hands.
All right. And the one thing that I'm going to do, your quote of the day will live on. And did I already tell you what I did for your quotes of the day?
Oh, yeah, you told me. You recorded a bunch, right?
I recorded 4 hours of soundscapes on...
Oh, my God.
I literally recorded 4 hours of soundscapes on... I don't know. You don't have to because it's running 24 hours a day. I was just curious. And there's just so many great quotes that I'm just going to steal right from Soundscapes on Spectrum 442.
I don't know. I don't watch it.
But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and lay them over this graph. I've got...
You need to use my graphic, though.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Hold on, though. I want to run this by you first.
I'll give you the Canva file so that you could just replace the quote and keep the unicorn background.
Okay. But before we do that, I want to show you... I know this is going to seem really... I just got to show it to you. Then I'll tell you the story behind it. Or as I'm looking for it, maybe I'll tell you the story behind it. Okay. So I'm going to show you a picture that I took the other day. We're walking the dogs through the park. And this is out of St. Pete Beach. I want to make sure that okay.
Oh, look at them.
So then I saw that somebody had stuck a toy in the tree, right? Mm-hmm. A little toy in the tree. So I took a picture of it because I'm weird. I'm one of those weird people. But the reason I took a picture of it for a reason, because I thought it was kind of weird. Yeah. And let me take the crawl off. Oh, shoot. And thank you so much.
Thank you to Single Source Insurance.
Thank you so much.
For sponsoring this show.
Yeah. But I'm thinking that's a perfect, because of that little giraffe thing's off to the side, it's a perfect place to put a quote of the day every single day.
What if that's like something sad, though? Like, what if that represents something? You know? How people like... do certain things like that, like leave teddy bears on like the side of the road and like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I don't want, but no, I have a vivid imagination. So all of a sudden my brain starts going to all the horrible things that could have happened there.
But like, why would you put that there? Like,
it's a kid's toy.
It's just, maybe it's just actually I picked it up. It didn't squeak. It didn't squeak. Oh, it is?
Okay. So people climb the tree and put it there.
There's a name for that giraffe.
There's an actual
name. Like, that's like...
Okay, perfect.
Okay. All right.
Okay, cool.
So
that's not tragic.
I think your mom just put it there for a second to like get away from her kid.
Or the kid was
somebody
climbing the tree or something and put it up there.
Or somebody
like that.
found it. You know, a kid left it behind and found it. But anyway,
Solid.
I thought that would be perfect for our silly
That's
little quote of the
perfect.
day.
I like that. He seems like a friendly guy.
How you doing, Adam? How you doing, Matt? Matt. Oh, shoot. I think you already saw all the. I was going to send them to Matt because Matt wasn't out at Masteries last night.
It's his company, isn't it?
It's his what? Masteries is.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
I mean, he's got a lot of things going on. He's the owner of the place, but
I thought he I thought he was like also like the facilitator of your trivia and stuff like that. Like he always did it with you.
No. He always plays. You know, he usually plays. But
thanks for finding my giraffe. You're welcome, Adam.
You're welcome, Adam. It's still there. It's
just doing the public's job.
It's at I think it's called Lido Park on St. Pete Beach. It's still.
Sophie the giraffe.
It is. It's a thing. Sophie the giraffe.
Sophie seems like a fun girl.
Hold on a second. I got to see this. So that is an actual thing.
Yep.
Sophie the giraffe.
PH. Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, whatever. This will be fine. Sophie the giraffe.
Baby teether toys. Ooh.
Holy smokes, you're right. Look at
Ooh.
What do you-
unique toy.
that. Well, that unique.
Put it in. There's a tree.
Wait, discover all the secrets. Is that a thing to stick this thing in a tree? I mean, it wouldn't
Yeah,
surprise
what?
me. It wouldn't. Behind the scenes, a toy made of natural rubber. Still the same even after 55 years. There's a kid eating the toy. All right, I don't need to see things about kids, about babies, and other things that are on my mind right now. All right,
Ooh, soon for you guys, right? You'd be a good dad. You guys
think?
would be good parents. Yeah, I think so.
I think I would be.
Lauren has a very like motherly nature towards the dogs for sure. I think she'd make a good mom.
to dogs.
Not to, she doesn't like kids.
She likes kids.
She'd like her own kids probably if you guys had them.
I would imagine so. And
those things are expensive. Oh, do you mean the kids or the giraffe?
I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't know either. Kids are expensive.
Probably the toy she's talking about.
Probably.
Oh, well, how much? $25. Well, damn.
For that thing.
Now I feel bad for leaving in the tree.
Yeah, I was gonna say
brought
that's a novelty toy. You could sell that.
You could bring that home and let the dogs tear it up. You could give it to Mia here at the office.
Mia would have it.
Mia have at it.
Oh my gosh, I have to tell you what Cord's bought. So we were just sitting yesterday. It was like 5 o'clock, and it was like Cords and a couple of other employees and I. And Mia, his dog, his little Boston Terrier, she's 10, but she's like the biggest ball of energy. She loves to play fetch. So she'll bring her toys to us as we're working, and we have to be like, Mia, go take a break. Like, we can't play with you right now, and it's really sad. So Cords found this thing that it shoots a ball out, and she will pick it up with her mouth and put it back into the thing, and she could play fetch with herself. And he bought it, and it was a little expensive, but he bought
has she figured it out yet?
It's not here yet. He only ordered it yesterday. I'm super excited.
So he thinks that he can train Mia to bring.
Oh, she'd do it for sure. She's very smart.
Really?
Yeah, it's like little tennis balls, and it's like a machine that looks like a robot, and it's pretty low to the ground, so the dog can get the ball into the top pole, and then there's a hole on the side, and it shoots it out really far. We'll see.
We'll see if how I hope it works. That'd be hilarious.
That'd be so funny.
Lauren chimes in saying, "I like kids that I can give back to their parents at the end of the day."
Fair enough.
And not only that, but we're going on a cruise next. So we're going on a cruise next February for our anniversary.
Cool.
And so I know she does not want to be pregnant during that.
Fair enough.
So I don't know. So if we start trying, it's going to be after the cruise.
The day after the cruise. Or on the cruise. Oh.
You and your boyfriends talk about, or you and your boyfriends?
My boyfriends, the multiple ones.
You and your boyfriend talk about kids and marriage and stuff like that, or is that stuff you're focused on career?
Yeah, we're pretty similar into the fact that we just both want to travel and we want to have solid careers and stuff. It's not something that we don't like talk about, but it's definitely not. We're not that couple that's like, oh, we're planning our wedding right now, like all of that. Like, that's not us.
Do you go back and forth on whether or not kids will ever be a thing, or?
I think we both want kids eventually, but not right now. Yeah, that's not something that, like, honestly, it's not. We want to travel and see the world first, and
good for you.
Then be able to give, if we do have kids, like a decent life.
For me, I go back and forth. I think I think where I am with that is if it happens, it happens. Awesome. I'll make that adjustment in my head and be the best dad I can be. If it doesn't happen, awesome. I'll get snipped. If she ever came to me and said, "Hey, let's not have kids," I'll be like, "All right, boop boop boop."
All right.
I'll do that right then and there. I go, "Let's travel the world. Let's figure out. Let's."
That's honestly what I'm so excited about. I'm so psyched to go to Colombia and start that process.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Adam is serious. He actually does have one of those giraffes.
Great. I'm happy for you, Adam. Was that your giraffe?
And Rob's got to go. Good show. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to go too. Let's go get something to eat.
I'm hungry.
And you enjoy your Japanese tonight.
Oh, I will.
Oh, shoot. Wait, you're not a St. Pete person.
No.
I meant to ask this at the beginning of the show. Son of a...
I don't live in St. Pete, if that's what you're asking.
A good buddy of mine's coming over to from Tampa to St. Pete, and we're going to go out downtown, right? Well, everybody assumes that we know everything about downtown St. Pete because we live in St. Pete.
There's a super cool rooftop bar in St. Pete, though.
Are you talking about the Canopy?
Yeah, I think
beach?
so. Yeah.
Okay.
And have you ever been to 400 Beach? I think that's what it's called. It's a restaurant. It's kind of expensive, but it's
okay, so we don't want to do expensive.
No, but I was asking if you've been there. You haven't been there. It's delicious.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's a very solid one. It has great scallops, but the Canopy is really cool. And then there's another bar that's kind of like pub food type. I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's on that same road.
On beach. Well, the thing is about beach.
Yeah, it's beach for sure.
Yeah, we're not trying not to break the bank. I don't want it to be $100 nights. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And you stay on Beach Drive there in St. Pete, and you're going to spend $100 real quick.
But Cinco de Mayo, are you guys going out?
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's tomorrow.
Oh no, I got a wedding.
Oh really? McDenton's is doing all you can drink margaritas and Coronas.
a mix Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for that. I love margaritas with my whole heart.
Do they have alcohol in them? Okay, then I'm in.
Oh, I was like, are you serious? Of course they have alcohol in them.
Actually, be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of margaritas.
Oh God, I love margaritas.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's too much sugar in them or something.
I like on the rocks regular margaritas without the sugar. I guess do salt.
I guess because I don't drink really for the taste. So I'm like,
fair enough.
I'm like, let's skip all the margarita.
I like Coronas too, though. So both of them, I'll be super psyched about.
A beer's so awesome, you have to put a lime in it. Just kidding. I like Coronas too.
Coronas are good
as long as they have limes in them.
Yeah, Corona with lime.
Adam says try the Overflow Brewery.
Cool.
All right. Well, our friend coming over does not drink, so we won't be hitting any of the breweries.
So there's a lot of cool churches over there. There's ice cream shops.
I've heard good things about the Lure. The Lure is one of the new ones, I guess, downtown, but that's seafood. My wife doesn't like seafood.
What about Park and Rec? Honestly,
we love the Avenue. The Avenue is part of that little complex there next to Park and Rec.
I really want to go to Park and Rec.
But I think that the last time, or one of the only times we've taken them out in downtown St. Pete was to the Avenue. So I think we're going to try to find something else. I feel bad, too, because we live right there, and there's so many cool things that are happening.
Overflow Brewing Company. I only just saw where Coppertail was for the first time a couple days ago.
Yeah, that's a cool place.
Yeah, it looks super cool.
We did our first, whatever, it was a charity function there. I don't bore you with those details. All right, anyway, you guys have a great weekend. Sam, I'm going to miss you.
I miss you too.
Thank you so much.
We'll go eat.
Yeah, thank you so much for everything that you've helped me with with the show.
Absolutely.
And
there's some bright futures ahead.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'll still listen to the show and stuff. If you guys need a second opinion, you can text me and I'll call in.
No, you can be my next. You can be another Elliot. Just make sure you're there sniping all day. All show.
Oh, I will.
All right. Well, have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe. Be kind to yourself. Make sure that you remember the most important thing of all. And that is lit. By the way, do you know what I mean when I say that? When I say lit your crazy breathe? Because I don't want anybody to ever misinterpret that. That means like just go batshit crazy and whatever.
Yeah.
What lit your crazy breathe means is we all got to hold some of our shit inside, and if you hold it inside too much, it comes out in bad ways. So just make sure, like a little tea kettle or a release of steam, you get out there and let your crazy breathe every night. For some people, that might be getting away for a weekend and going clearing some land. For other people, it's getting out and going fishing, for exercising. Just whatever you do, make sure you let your crazy breathe, but don't let your crazy completely out of the bag. You'll end up Baker acted.
Fair enough.
All right, have a great day. Be safe, and
bye,
we will
everyone.
see you on Monday.
It's been a pleasure.